No, hold on.
What's
Well, how's it going,
listening?
everybody? Dale Wolfhart. Welcome back to the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. We are now on episode
16.
16.
Yep.
It's been a long time. I think we've done one this year
It's
so
been a
far, and we're in
while.
the third month.
Ooh, add that to a topic.
So we've got some things to talk about. That's on there, yeah.
Yep.
So we have some things to talk about, so I think we'll start with something that we somehow have neglected to mention. The Yee Yee Winter Launch.
Well, wait a
What'd you
second.
get?
Wait a second. We haven't done
What?
something yet. Howdy, y'all! Welcome back to the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. My name is Ohio Man, joined with my co-host, Deal Wolfhard 14. It has been a while indeed, and we have some...
Been a month. Over a month.
Yes, it has. We have lots of stuff to talk about. I believe NASCAR, music, Yee Yee, all kinds of stuff.
Don't need to... Okay.
Stay tuned, and let's get started.
I hate you. Alright, so... Yee Yee Winter Launch. What'd you get?
Groove Life belt.
I am currently dying. There's a zombie. What is my inventory? Why do I not have... Oh yeah, I think the last thing we did here was kill me, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
You bought the Groove Life belt.
Yeah, I bought the Groove Life
Were
belt.
there any other things you were planning on buying, or was that pretty much it?
I want hats, but I'm saving money, and we'll talk why I'm saving money later, maybe.
Yes, that's also a topic, actually.
Good. Yes.
So initially I wanted to get the, what the fuck was it called? The Knuckle Busters t-shirt, since I had just become a fresh, blue-collar worker, which I will also mention later. But,
Man, you say it in such
I just
a
didn't
cringe
end up
way.
buying it. I could still buy it. I believe it's still up, but I just haven't done that yet for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Probably because I'm trying to save money as well. So, that'll do it.
Yep.
Wow, that went horribly. Good start. Already off to a cracking start. This is
Let's start.
The energy is so much lower than it was yesterday.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest.
By the way,
I'm gonna be honest. I was not listening.
that is literally the point.
I know.
That is the point of this, is to
What
listen.
are we talking about?
What the fuck? What do you mean? We're talking about Yee Yee, dumbass.
Yee. That's what my mom calls it. She calls it yee.
Yee Yee.
Yeah, she calls it the frickin' yee crap. Wait, what the fuck? Ah!
Much better. Anyway. Oh, shield. There you go.
Alright.
That's for
Welcome
not
back
listening.
to the Should Have Been a
Okay,
Cowboy podcast.
so
We took a quick intermission there.
Murph's mom calls it yay yay.
Yay.
So
Interesting.
apparently no adults know
Yeah,
how to
so I
pronounce
only bought the Groove
Yee.
Life belt. I will say, I did not submit a review, but I will say this is one of the most amazing belts I've ever worn.
Really?
It's comfortable, and it's very easy to use.
Holy
Oh!
shit. Yeah.
Dude, you just missed what just happened. Holy crap,
I heard
dude.
it.
That happened
definitely
right in
heard
front of
it.
me, dude. There's skeleton horses now. What the hell? That's some whack shit.
Oh, that! Oh yeah, that's happened to me before.
Anyhow, what was I saying? Oh, so
Something.
yeah, there was a bunch of
Groove
hats that
Life
I
belt.
wanted. But unfortunately, I've expanded my hat horizons to far more than just Yee Yee. I'm looking at some Red Dirt hats and Red Dirt Hat
yeah.
Company, and also
Armadillo's good too.
Armadillo.
I think they make flat bills
American
though.
Feathers, stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, I've thought about buying a couple hats lately. I found this
Cotton, high cotton. That was the other one. I think that's what Aqua has.
Cotton, no times that are not forgotten. Sorry, it's a good Alabama song. So yeah, and I don't know, but I thought about buying a hat too. I don't remember which one, but I know I was planning on buying a hat, but again, I didn't. I bought a. The only thing I bought actually was a mystery box, and I got a hat. I got like the basic gray Yee Yee hat,
Yeah.
and so I just gave that to Murph because I didn't really have any use for it.
Yeah,
Other than that, though,
I
I didn't
bought.
really buy anything else. But I still
Yeah.
want to buy the Knuckle Busters T-shirt
Mhm.
or long sleeve rather. I just have not done that yet because it costs money, and I'm trying to save up. So we both mentioned that we're trying to save up.
But why are
What
we
you looking at?
saving up? So
But
I'm
why are we saving up?
currently looking at buying a new AR-10. Uh-huh.
I am similarly looking to buy an AR-15.
Uh-huh. I was gonna buy an AR-15 due to the fact that they're cheaper. But due to
They can
my
be.
long-range capabilities and skills, I would like to
I
take
wouldn't.
advantage of those skills, and I don't know why you're laughing.
What's the longest distance you've ever even shot
100
and hit
yards,
accurately?
100 yards, iron sights. Oh, now
Okay,
you
that
stop
brings it
laughing.
up a bit.
Yeah, you stop laughing. That's right.
Because I left at 100 yards and then, oh, iron sights. Okay, I guess that's a little
I
bit better.
learned on iron sights, bucko.
I have shot with like one optic ever. So, you know.
Sad. Your shooting life is not that cool.
No. But neither am I, so it's kind of fitting.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair statements all around.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, so
I'm trying to buy.
specifically looking at maybe a Palmetto State Armory or
PSA, okay,
I'm
interesting.
looking at either PSA or here's why. Okay, as much as I love SIG, I'm a big SIG guy, especially when it comes to
They're
their
so fucking
handguns.
expensive
And I
though.
really like the SIG Cross. I would get it if it wasn't so damn expensive. But
Yeah,
here's the deal.
definitely.
Here's the deal. The SIG Tread 716, I believe it's called, which is their AR-10,
Mm,
is just the
yeah.
barrel is too short. I don't
What
settle
is
for
it?
16 inches.
On an AR-10, that's definitely fair. I'd expect 18 to
Yeah.
20.
If it was an AR-15, even on an AR-15, I don't go below 18. But
Oh, see,
I'm
a
looking
20,
at,
16 or 20, depending on the style I'm going for.
I'm looking
I
at
think
a
18 just
20.
looks wonky.
I'm looking at a 20. I want 20-inch barrel, and I want either in 6.5 or probably just 308 or
That's what I'd
something.
expect.
Yeah, I would expect 308, but I mean, if I wanted to get real cool and stuff, maybe a 6.5. I don't know. If if I can find something, I want to find something in 300 Win Mag, but I'll probably get that in a bolt gun. Because that's what I
That's
believe
fair. I
Chris
don't.
Kyle had, and that's
Yeah.
like my favorite caliber and everything, so.
Okay, now I'm looking that up because I don't recall ever hearing that.
I read American Sniper and watched the movie, so. One of the only books I've ever read, so I think I would know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Bum, 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 bum. Anyhow.
Yeah, I'm also working on saving up. I'm trying to buy an AR-15. I've mentioned on many different occasions that I want to buy a Stag 15 Retro. You know, I
Other
like that
brand.
M16 style.
The other manufacturer I was looking at is Diamondback, also. Oh, and
Oh, they're kind of
Radical.
cheap and
I
shitty
think
though.
Radical is also cheap. Yeah, but that's
That is
budget.
true.
They're still quality.
What the
It's just
fuck?
budget.
Maybe I don't actually. I don't
I don't
honestly know a
know.
whole
I
lot
looked at a
about.
few reviews. Wasn't too bad.
Well, it's not gonna be too bad. It's just not gonna be great.
Well, I'm not gonna
Especially
get
for an
right.
AR-10. If you want marksmanship, you're gonna. Oh fuck! I am making a grave mistake.
Anyhow, yeah. So I'm looking at that. What are you doing?
I I almost drowned and then immediately got blown up by
We're doing
almost blown up by a
podcast, not
creeper.
Minecraft.
I know, but like
It's time for podcast.
Podcrast. Okay, so he did use a a Win Mag. A Remington 700/300, later type classified as a Mark 13 Mod 1 300 Win Mag sniper rifle with the Macmillan. That's why you like the Macmillan stock. I see.
Yeah.
Or a 300. Oh, which was later replaced with a 300 Win Mag accuracy international Arctic warfare.
Yeah. But I like the
So
Macmillan stock.
looks like he preferred the Arctic warfare,
He did, but I still like the other one.
which is a very nice rifle. In all fairness.
It serves its purpose in the coolness of things.
Yes.
Due to the fact that it's British, you know, I'm not big
So
on
is the
that.
Lee Enfield, and that is my favorite bolt-action rifle, so...
Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm saving up to do.
You need to take the word anyhow out of your vocabulary. I think their podcasts would be a lot better if you did that.
Anyhow.
So... Alright, so like I said, I'm trying to save up for Stack 15 Retro, just because, I don't know, there's a very slim market for M16 style rifles for some reason. Oh, somebody came out with one for SHOT Show. I'm trying to remember who it was. I remember seeing it, and I was actually very excited, other than the fact that it's going to be incredibly expensive, but it was like a really good A1 clone. Do you recall anything from SHOT Show 2022?
No, I didn't go.
Neither did I, but I heard about things.
Oh, I don't.
Dumbass.
I didn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't really pay attention to that stuff.
Oh, it is Palmetto State Armory. Yeah. A Palmetto State Armory M16A1 clone. Is it on their website yet? I think it was supposed to be here next year. But that's up there, because it's an A1 clone.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's actually pretty, like, accurate, and I love me an M16A1. So, when that does release, that might be up there. My mom recently told me I should buy another shotgun.
Really?
So
Your mom
I'll
told
probably
you?
yes.
My mom's trying to convince me to save my money.
For
I don't know. Just anything.
anything other than things you want, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I've been wanting
My
to do
mom's
this
cooler.
for 6 years, so.
I haven't even been into guns that long. Oh god,
Yeah.
that's cringe. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's on their website yet, but once it is...
Speaking of their website, go
pretty-
ahead and look at the DB or whatever it is. It's tens. Go ahead and look at their airtons.
Diamondbacks?
No, not the Diamondbacks. I misspoke. Look on PSA tens.
Oh, they already have... Wait, hold on. Palmetto State Armory has an A2. And it's $800.
Oh, really?
Okay, on second thought, I'm getting a Palmetto State Armory PA 15 20-inch nitride A2 rifle length 5.56 NATO Classic AR-15 rifle in black.
Let me look.
I don't know,
up.
but Stag Arms has a deer on the side though, and they're made in Cheyenne, which is
wow,
pretty cool.
I have a deer.
Deer are cool looking.
PSA.
I don't know what to tell you. Also, I've actually seen a Stag 15 Retro in a store. I've never seen a Palmetto State Armory 20-inch. So,
I think you have to order
to
that
be
shit.
fair. But it's pretty cool. I'm trying to look for one of your, oh, I guess I should probably filter it,
What's it called?
The PSA PA 15 20-inch nitride A2 is probably the best way of putting it.
Shit.
I'll look for yours later. But I want to save up for either a Henry or a Marlin. I haven't quite decided yet. Probably just whatever I pick up in store. A Remington 700. I'd like to get a surplus rifle, maybe a Lee Enfield if I can find one, a Mosin, something like that maybe.
Nitride M4
nitride.
carbine?
No. PSA PA 15 20-inch nitride A2. If you just go on to complete
A
AR-15 rifles, you'll find it.
2.
It's like the third row down. But that's generally what I'm looking for, is something like that. Whatever form of that I can find that I can afford. Which, if that's only $800, I could probably afford that by, like, next week. So that might be actually happening sooner than we think. I want to buy another shotgun, though. I want to get, like, a... Ooh, does that, So I've been looking at a Black Ace's tactical shotgun, specifically their lever action, the Pro L, and whether or not that accepts 3-inch shells, because I have a thing of 3-inch birdshot lying around that I would really like to occupy. Oh, good, it does! 2 3/4 and 3-inch. I have a box of 3-inch shells that I was given for Christmas, but my Remington only accepts 2 3/4, whereas most modern shotguns obviously will take 2 3/4 and 3. So that one takes 3, which means I don't have to go and buy another. I don't have to go and buy 3 shotguns to do one thing.
Yeah.
So that's nice, I guess. I also want to get, like I said, I want some lever actions.
Yeah, I
And I'm
can't
thinking
find this
probably.
thing, so, yeah.
Are you on Palmetto State Armory's website?
Yeah.
Alright, go to AR-15 Complete Guns.
Yeah, I looked.
So AR-15 Complete Guns, then...
So it was the third one down.
Then rifles,
Rifles.
and then third row for $829.
Third row.
Right next to a...
I'm on my phone right now, so what is that? Oh, I see it. I mean, it looks okay.
Like an A2. That's all I care about. You don't like the A2s?
There's no Picatinny. Where do I put all my mounting? Where do I mount stuff?
Be
Where's
a
the
man, use
modularity?
nothing. I don't want modularity. I want sexy.
You want to die.
I am never getting in a gunfight, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's not happening.
I don't know. I don't like this.
Because I'd like modularity is not something
I'm
I really
down
care
for old
about.
school, but when it comes to like this, like that, you can do better.
Such as?
Well, take this example. If you wanted an M1 Garand, it's not like you can really get any better than an M1 Garand, right?
M14.
So you get an M1 Garand. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, what's the point of the M14?
When you get like an AR-15 kind of deal, you get the full Picatinny so you can get the modularity.
Well, usually it's M-lock because
it.
people are gay,
Okay.
but
you know what I mean. Okay.
Just saying.
What was I
But like,
saying?
no, I prefer, because I could buy. What I might do is actually just buy a quad Picatinny rail, because you can just buy a Picatinny rail for like $80 and just slap it on there.
Yeah, but it's
really
gonna look
easy.
whack as fuck, dude. Don't you think?
No, it's just gonna look like an M16A4. That's what the M16A4 is. They just put Picatinny on an on an A2 and then made the carry
Whatever
removable.
deal. Cool.
Oh, that's gay.
Good for
There's
you.
also but what I'm actually planning on doing
Nowhere
is
near
replacing that plastic furniture with wood furniture. Because wood and Fallout New Vegas. So that's my reasoning. So I'll probably do that. The wood stock kits are like $400. So, but that'll come later. I don't need to get that immediately. But there are a lot of guns on my wish list.
Interesting. Yeah,
but for
I mean,
now,
I'm
the
still gonna want to
AR-15 is
get
the primary.
I'm still gonna want to get a Remington 700 and stuff.
Yeah, I will get one of those eventually too. That might be after the, probably after the lever action. Maybe after another shotgun. It's not really a priority because I don't really have any use for it. The AR-15's priority because A, AR-15, and B, home defense.
What about hunting?
AR-15's, I'm not. I don't really hunt. I've never gone hunting before, nor do I know anyone who does.
But you live in
So I don't really know
Colorado.
how to go there.
And
Yeah,
then
you
you
would
go to West
think that it would be
Virginia.
easy. Which they also, well, actually, one of my nephews hunt, but I'm not out there long enough, or during season either. So
You're just not American, are you?
you've never been hunting before.
Yeah, but you
You've
don't
never bought a
plan
gun.
to. At least I plan to.
I want to. I just don't know how. I don't have any ins.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I don't
Anyhow.
know where to go in
Alright,
order to
well,
do so.
that's that.
Stop doing that.
There's, I
Just
mean,
let
the
the
topic is
conversation flow.
over.
Yeah, so then say something of substance.
Penis.
Great. All right.
Alright. Great transition.
I
We're so
can
good at this whole
definitely work with
podcast
that.
thing.
Sometimes we are, but for some reason, if I'm the only one with topics, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, it's not like I can just...
Oh yeah, in my state of the channel address, I mentioned that I was going to finalize the current standings of the militia. So I want to...
I think we're disbanding the militia.
I'm not sure about that yet.
I think the
What I
militia
definitely
just
wanted to
doesn't
call into
exist right
question
now.
was the membership of Aqua and Shrinkle.
Yeah, no, they don't exist.
Because, yeah, Aqua is never on Xbox.
And Shrinkle just doesn't get on.
And Shrinkle, I have literally talked to that man
They
3
both-
times ever.
They both got PCs, and
Yeah.
that's that.
So those two are
And that
pretty
was all,
much out,
folks.
and that will become official on my channel description after the podcast.
But you're gonna have to remind him, folks. Go ahead and get in there in the comments.
Please do. I need interaction. Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I still want to keep the militia together.
I think it's
I
pointless.
mean, I think, to an extent, yeah.
I mean,
but-
at least the remaining members all have mullets.
Technically, yes. Not well. No. Gavin doesn't have a mullet. I'm gonna convince
Damn
him
it, I
to
forgot
though.
about his ass. Fuck!
Which I should say he should still be there since A, he's definitely going to
No.
Texas if we do that, and B,
Question, no,
he's on-
Not, no, he's not active enough.
he's on
Neither
as
is Murph.
often
It's really
as
just
he
me and you,
can
which
be.
is why it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because we're the people who have the least amount of life. We have no lives. We have jobs, but we don't have lives.
Straight up facts.
Murph has better things to do with his
Speaking
time.
of
I mean,
having
his
jobs, Wolfart, you have
Okay, I
obtained
was
a
not
new
done yet,
job.
so
Well,
I will say that later, but I'm gonna finish what I was saying first. So Murph and Gavin are both on as
Segue.
often as they can be, which I think qualifies them at least. And actually, Gavin's been in like 5 videos already, and Murph's been in like 1 or 2. So I think they're frequent enough. But the militia just being you and I is pointless, so there's got to be at least somebody else there. And Aqua's given up, and Shrinkle's gone, so...
yeah.
I don't know why Shrinkle was ever in the militia, frankly. Cause he,
Well, I don't know. He joined the party once, and I was like, "Hey, you want to join?"
went,
And he even
"Oh,
joined.
okay."
He even joined us on a podcast.
Yes, he did. He did join the initiation, but nothing really came of it.
In fact, Gavin hasn't even.
Yeah, he has. He was on a podcast deep before Shrinkle was.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, episode 13.
Podcast. Anyhow.
That was my channel trailer for a while. So yeah, as Ohio was trying to roll into, I did in fact get a job recently.
You're old, man.
I started working at a local oil change chain called Grease Monkey. My specific store is franchised by a really cool Asian dude who wears cowboy boots to work.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, he's a cool guy. I really like him. But yeah, I'm
Really
enjoying the
cool
job a lot
Asian
so
guy.
far. I'm pretty sure I make more money than you do.
Oh, you definitely
I'm
do.
certain I do. And I don't
I
even
can
make that much
guarantee it,
compared to
and
like
you've never
Murph.
even
Murph
told
makes
me.
like 24 bucks an
You know
hour.
why? Because your minimum wage is already higher than what I'm making. So,
Yeah. And I don't even work minimum wage.
yeah.
I work above. Not a whole lot above, but a little bit above. I work like 14.50 or something.
What's funny is I still work
Actually,
above
let me
minimum
see.
wage.
I can check. Where is it?
Mm.
I can check exactly how much I get paid per hour on an app that also tells me how much money I'm getting this week. I just got paid today too, which means I'm a little bit
I
closer
also
to
just got paid today.
I'm a little bit closer to the AR-15. I don't know. I think I had like 500 bucks and I have 700 bucks.
I'm a little bit away from the sun right now. Now again, I find myself so far
Let's
down.
see. I made
Away from the
192
sun.
bucks.
Shining through the darkest place, I'm so far
15
down. Away from the
0.35
sun.
hours. 115.35 divided by nope 192.45 divided by 1 192 40
What are we
nope
talking
hold on
about?
that's not I'm calculating my total wage
I
calculating my per hour pay.
think you should calculate this cock.
Oops.
No comment.
God damn it, why isn't it working? Yeah, I make exactly $14 an hour.
Shit. I make 10 an hour plus the tips. So like
That's not even
maybe
legal in
11.
this state to make that little. That's funny.
And I barely work any hours.
How many hours do you work? I only worked like 15. I used to work 20, but
I don't know, I didn't check.
I have credit recovery at school, and now I have an extra day off that I don't want. So I get like 5 less hours. Speaking of, I've got to go tomorrow all day, and I'm staying up. That's nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo.
America.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying the job. It's paying me well. In theory, I could go out and buy a gun right now. I could probably find something used. But I want an AR-15 for the sake of home defense. I also need to have enough to buy 223 as well, or 556, or either. But that's going to become
So
kind of
you're
the primary
buying
home
it for
defense gun.
defense. I'm buying it 'cause
Well, I'm
it's
buying.
cool as fuck.
Well, see, I'm buying it for both. I'm buying it
Ain't,
because it's cool as fuck,
ain't
and because it
nobody gonna
works
rob my
more.
house in Ohio.
No, ain't nobody gonna rob my house here. I don't think there's ever been a home invasion in this state, in this like city.
You see that? That's such a lie.
I genuinely would not doubt that there hasn't been one at least in like the last 5 years.
'Cause now again I find myself so far down, away from the sun. Speaking of away from the sun, let's talk music. Any new music tastes, Dale Wolfhard?
Yeah, so I've noticed that you've taken quite a liking to some post-grunge and
Yes,
other
I
forms of
have.
hard rock
Music
as
I
of late.
haven't listened to in a long time. I think some people might know that I listened to a little bit of Daughtry, as I did back
Mm-hmm.
in, 2006 and 2007
Recently.
when I was like
Oh,
a child.
2 and 3.
And I had the song
3 and
Home
4.
stuck on my head for what, 12 years? 10 years, 12 years.
That sounds about right.
Couldn't remember what the name of the song was. Didn't remember who sang it. So it would literally get stuck on my head at any random point throughout my entire childhood. I'm not even kidding.
It's kind of
Like
funny.
this, like I knew the words. I could not think of the song. I didn't know all the words too. I only knew a certain part. I don't even remember which part I knew. And I kid you not, I literally
Relatable.
Like, I'm not even kidding at any point in time. Would just,
Okay, what?
what?
You're allowed to speak. Come on, spit it out.
I don't know, it was just really annoying. And I couldn't, and I finally figured it out, and listen to Daughtry now. As I did
Yes.
a long time ago. And,
Daughtry, Three Doors Down.
Three Doors Down, I also heard. So, Kryptonite is what kind of... The song Kryptonite is really what started this playlist.
Yeah,
It's a good song, and I heard it before when I was a kid.
it is a good song.
Yeah.
Post
And,
grunge was a big element of my
my
childhood
dad
too.
actually likes that song, too, so... But yeah,
Everyone's
I
dad
like
does.
songs like that. I like that, like...
That's such a dad
That
song.
early 2000s high school movie kind of soundtrack, you know what I mean?
No.
You
But I
didn't
also
watch
don't really,
movies.
I didn't. No.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm starting to get back into that kind of music. I'm taking a little bit of a break from country, but I still listen to country. I'll never stop.
Yeah, I
listening
go
to
back
country.
and forth between country and rock on a daily basis, but post grunge was a big element of my childhood. I was raised on Nickelback and Shinedown.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of Nickelback too.
And those were just kind of those were the big bands of my time. Nickelback, Shinedown, 3 Days Grace.
Nickelback I always knew though because
Yeah.
look at this photograph, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Every time
Photograph
I see it, it
is
makes
not
me
a great
laugh.
song, but it's a good song. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad song, but like, it's good.
What the hell is on Joey's head?
What is on Joey's head? Did we ever
What the
figure that
fuck
out?
is on Joey's head, dude?
Yeah, the eternal question. What the
That's
fuck is on
bullshit,
Joey's head?
dude. That really
Why
is.
is there so
like,
much dirt?
That really is the question.
That's gay as hell. That is the
Anyhow.
eternal question.
Yeah, I do
But,
say it a lot, don't I?
You do, and you,
That's
you
like
say
me
it when
doing
you
a
run
na-
out of things to say
That's like
instead
me
of
being in
coming
a
up with
nas-
something to say.
That's me being in a NASCAR video saying here.
Oh, in literally every video saying right here, we're gonna do that here. You said it twice after you complained about saying it. Immediately after. It's actually kind of funny.
I don't know what to talk about. Anyhow.
I do.
Anyhow.
Stop! I'm gonna come through this fucking screen and I'm gonna beat your ass.
Don't
if
come
you say
through
it
the
one more
screen.
time.
Good lord.
I'm gonna come through the screen. There's nothing you can do to
That
stop
might be
me.
expensive.
Yeah, because we don't
Do you have
exactly have
stain
that
remover?
technology yet. Of course I do.
You're gonna come through
Got
the stain, huh?
Steamer, you're certified cleaner.
Cleveland steamer. You give your TV that Cleveland steamer?
Oh no!
Oh, nasty. Anyhow, we're gonna change
scoot
up
right on by
topics.
that
Yeah, we're
comment.
gonna oops, squeeze right past you there, and we'll move on. Keep her moving, yeah.
I hate you with every fiber of my being.
I love Charlie Barons.
How much gravel is there? Holy fug nuts! What is happening? Why is there so much gravel, man? I just wanted iron. Why is Minecraft playing Chinese music?
Daytona 500.
Yes. Well, you watched it. What are your thoughts and opinions?
Well, I actually watched the Daytona, or well, no, here's the deal. I listened. Give me a second. I listened to the Xfinity. Where's the beef? Or wait, it was the beef. It's what's for dinner 300 Xfinity race.
Yeah, there is not. Where's the beef?
Where Noah Gregson came in third, I believe. Fuck, how do I not remember who won? Damn it!
I don't remember what either, but
It
it was
wasn't
Xfinity,
Allmendinger,
so like I
was
wasn't
it?
paying attention
No,
either.
it wasn't. It was it? Oh no, it was Austin Hill.
Oh
Luke
yeah,
Combs
Austin Hill. I
impersonator.
remember that now. Yes, Luke Combs impersonator. Let's go.
Yeah, he won. I think. Came in second. I don't remember. Gregson came
Probably
in
like
third.
Adrian Allmendinger or something.
It sounds accurate. And then in Auto Club. Auto Club Gregson finished second. But Daytona 500, Austin Cindric was the winner. That was a decent race.
Yes.
when Harrison Burton was in the lead, that was around the time I started watching. Like a few laps before, or I'd say like 10 laps before he gained the lead. I would say that's when I started watching. And I
Oh,
was like, holy shit, Harrison Burton can totally win this because he's a rookie and he's from the Xfinity series, just like Austin Cindric.
just like most drivers.
Well, I guess he's not. Well, Austin Cindric isn't really a rookie.
Well, this is his rookie season. He has rookie
Well,
stripes.
yeah, rookie. Okay.
But he has raced before. That wasn't his
Yeah.
first start. I wish it was, though, because that would have been a NASCAR record.
Yeah, it would have been. Who? Harrison
Because
Burton?
the actual
Yeah.
fastest was 2 races. Well, Austin Cindric, if he was actually, if that was his first Cup start.
Oh, yeah. But it wasn't. But anyhow,
But it wasn't anyway. Why do you do that?
yeah, I was like actually pumped. I'm like, that'd be cool if Harrison Burton won. And then, a few laps
Don't
later,
say it.
you
Don't
know,
fucking say it.
a few laps later, he kinda, went on a
The
wild
wreck
ride
heard around
there.
the world
Wasn't really a wreck.
by Ohio
It,
exclusively.
it wasn't really a wreck heard
I'm
around
talking
the
about
world.
Gregson here.
I was still talking about Harrison Burton. You know, Keselowski like made him do a flip, right?
That's awesome. No, I
Okay.
didn't know that
Anyhow,
actually.
yeah. And that leads me back to why I'm a little
God
mad right now.
damn. Oh yes, here we go.
Number
Now we're talking about
62, Beard Racing. Noah
Beard oil
Gragson.
racing.
Beard Oil Racing. All right. Noah Gragson is. Was that his first Daytona 500? He finally made
First
it in.
qualified Daytona 500.
First
Yeah, he
qualified
tried twice
Daytona
and it didn't
500.
work.
Didn't work. I'll have you know that Gragson
No, you won't.
stayed in the front of the pack almost that entire race. Okay.
Okay.
And guess what happened?
Kyle
Larson
Larson got
happened.
loose.
Kyle
Tapped
Larson happened, ladies
Kevin
and gentlemen,
Harvick.
and Kevin Harvick is to
tapped,
blame.
no, he's literally not. Not even slightly.
Literally not, but I
You're
don't
only
care.
saying that because he's my favorite driver.
Exactly.
Why is
Here
there
on
a
the Ohio Man channel,
sunflower
we
in the
hold
furnace?
grudges. All
Why
right.
is there a sunflower in the furnace?
We hold
what is happening?
We hold grudges here on the Ohio Man channel, and right now we're holding a grudge against Kyle Larson, and not so much Kevin Harvick, but Kevin Harvick. Kyle Larson for being a reckless driver and wrecking my favorite. Well, he didn't directly.
It's
Well,
most certainly
yeah,
an
he
accident.
kinda, oh, he's an ass. He went for my favorite Cup driver due to the fact that he was decent, and that was honestly kind of a bullshit reason.
Due to the fact that he literally dominated an entire season, you just went, you know what? Chevy, really good driver. I'll support him. That was literally your whole thing.
Shouldn't have done that.
Nope, you made the wrong decision. And I told you you did, but you didn't listen.
Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't
You
say
just
he'd
had to
wreck
wait for him to
Gragson.
fuck up.
Because if you
No.
didn't know, Gragson is my favorite driver. Current driver.
Exclusively because he found that because he drives the number 9.
He's actually a decent driver.
Bass Pro Shop.
No, I like him because he's actually a
him
decent
and all of
driver.
his 0 championships.
Sexiest looking car in the whole damn fucking
All of the
franchise.
Xfinity series, definitely, but not
The
Cup.
franchise.
There are better looking ones. If
Nope.
that car didn't have silver, it would be so much better.
What?
like the
I think the
silver.
silver looks so good on it. Dude,
I
what
think
if
they
it's
could have
tan?
done it better if it was. Like, have you ever seen Tony Stewart's old Bass
What
Pro
if they
Shop cars?
changed the
Those were
camo
nice.
on it? Oh man.
Well, they can't because it's true timber. That's like the whole thing.
I
but,
know. What if True Timber
it fucking fell off and was replaced by real tree.
used a different pattern that they use?
I think they should. Oh, I think they should replace it with multicam. I think it would be interesting.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm a little pissed off at Kyle Larson and Kevin Harvick there for taking out my favorite driver. But yeah.
I think that was a really cool race, though, mostly in the fact that Austin
Well,
Cindric
yeah,
won, and I
Austin
think
Cindric
that's
won.
really
I was glad he
cool
won. Yeah, that was cool.
because he's a rookie. He replaced um, a one-time Cup Series champion in the form of Brad Keselowski, who's now in the number 6 car, and one of my favorite drivers. Unfortunately, he's not driving the Miller Lite car, but, oh well. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how Austin Cindric's career evolves. I'm hoping he does really well. After that win, he might be up there. He's not quite Ryan Blaney, mostly because he's kind of ugly, but
Damn, bro, you're gonna base this off of looks? That's a
well,
little
also
rough.
I like Ryan Blaney because he was on Penske first anyway.
Remember, Ohioan.
I started liking Ryan Blaney when he was driving the 21 car actually, before he
Again,
started driving the
an
12.
Ohioan.
Yes, congrats. An Ohioan is my incumbent favorite driver.
Incumbent.
He just desperately needs a better
Here in the
scheme
Ohio
because
Mansion,
those
we don't
Menard schemes.
use big words like incumbent.
You'll hear that a lot with presidents. It means that they aren't like they were elected, but they're not like in office yet.
Alright.
So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how Austin Cindric's career
Yeah, that's gonna be an
continues.
exciting one. I am actually interested to see. I mean, he
I'd
didn't
really
look
like to
like he
see him
did
win the
too good on
championship.
Auto Club. I don't remember seeing any highlights with him.
No, Kevin
And
Harvick's
guess
also
who
completely
won?
fallen under the radar.
Guess who won at Auto
It's
Club?
Kyle
Kyle
Larson.
Larson. What the
Yeah.
freaking do? Who
Uh,
won the Xfinity race? I know Gregson came in second. Good for him. It was. Shit, who was it?
why?
It
Stop it.
was. Who was it?
Stop.
I don't remember who it was.
I have no idea. I don't really pay attention.
It
I'm not gonna lie.
was. Oh, damn. I can't remember.
I'm getting my ass handed to me by these skeletons. Bugger.
NASCAR app. Where are you?
I have that.
And I'm so
Where
sorry.
are you?
Alright, stop showing me ads.
I'm also
Alright.
looking forward to see how Chase Briscoe's
Standings.
career progresses. I think that could be very interesting too in that 14 car.
Xfinity. It wasn't Riley Herbst. No, I don't know.
I think it was. That sounds right.
No,
Okay, never mind.
it was.
It's nothing hard to check,
I know. I gotta look through.
Here, I'm gonna get it faster than you are because I'm just gonna open the NASCAR app.
I know. Why I'm on the NASCAR app right now. Oh, it was the 07.
Cole Custer.
Oh, 07. Who's 07?
Cole Custer.
Cole
Gregson
Custer.
got second, actually. Brandon Brown
I
got 11th.
said that already.
Sheldon Creed got 32nd. Ouch.
Riyadh. And then number 2.
Which is my favorite Xfinity car. I love that number too, since it was Busch Series. When fucking what's his name used to drive it? Who used to drive the number 2? Kerry Earnhardt drove it. Kevin Harvick drove it. Dale Jr. No, he drove the 3 in the Busch Series. But yeah, I love that 2 car. They were the 2 Megadeth sponsored the 2 car once. It was fucking awesome. That's a thrash metal band to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so cool if I knew who that was.
Yeah, they're kind of like
Anyhow,
Metallica,
I'm
but
looking
like
forward to the Las Vegas race.
cooler.
For tomorrow.
I'm indifferent. It's not a particularly standout race.
Well, I mean,
Although Kevin
Gregson
Harvick's pretty good at
is
some of the early races in the series.
Gregson is a Vegas native, so maybe home field advantage. Question mark?
Has he ever won at Vegas?
I don't know.
Should probably check that because I don't think he has.
Yeah, I'm not gonna check that.
I didn't think so. But yeah, I mean, let's see here. Like I said, what do you think about the new Gen 7 cars? What are you thinking? Sequential gearbox, single lug,
I don't
rounder
like
design.
the 5 years.
Mm.
I wish it was 14
Okay.
gears.
I wish they drove Peterbilts.
I've
That
got
should be a
14 gears.
series below the truck
Keep
series. Is the
making my
semi series
arms.
where they just fucking race Peterbilts. I think that would be absolutely fucking wicked. But yeah, I actually haven't watched any racing yet, so I honestly don't really know what I think about those Gen 7 cars, but they look weird. They look more accurate to their road-bearing counterparts
No, they
because modern
don't.
cars are very round.
Look,
Yeah, they
they
do.
look round. No, the
Yeah, modern
road.
cars are
Okay,
very round.
Camaros do not look like that. Honestly, the
I'm not
NASCARs
that
right
far from it,
now,
to be honest.
these Gen 7 cars look more like a freaking Chevy Cruze, if anything. That's how round they are.
Gen 7 stock car. Let me get a better look at some of those Chevys.
I mean, they're pretty rounded off.
Yeah, which is the point, because that's what they look like. I'm sorry, but that's just what they look like. That's what cars look like
See, but
now.
I like the Xfinity
Round.
cars because they just look cool. The front nose just looks like bigger and wider and like
Yes, because they based
cool
it off
looking.
of the COT, which was a literal brick.
Cut?
The car of tomorrow, used in 2008 through 2012,
Car of tomorrow.
with the big ass wing on it. Or more accurately, the ones in like 2010, 11, and 12 that,
Hey, yo,
that didn't
Impala.
have a wing. Yeah, that was when they used the Impala.
That's right. I have like so many die casts of that Impala.
But I don't know. I think the 7th gen stock car is a better attempt at replicating a stock car, but it doesn't look like a stock car anymore. It reminds me oddly of Trans Am.
Interesting.
My biggest complaint about the 7th gen stock car is the fact that they don't have the number movement. I just think it looks less professional. I don't think it looks as it makes it kind of look like an amateur form of racing rather than, the fucking Cup Series.
I can see
but
that, yeah.
But it's just a minor complaint. To be honest, it's not that bad. A lot of cars just don't really service it well because it's supposed to make more room for the sponsor, but there's some cars that just don't need that room, so they just look weird because there's a bunch of empty space where there should be a sponsor, but they didn't have room to put it there.
Open spaces.
So, I don't know. I think, but that'll just take some getting used to. Once I get used to that, it won't really be a problem. So I'm not really gonna complain about it too terribly much at the moment. But I will say, I'm gonna complain about it right now. Sequential, I don't really think that makes a whole lot of a difference. I think that will make a big difference when we start seeing a road course race, and they have to upshift and downshift a lot. But frankly, for those, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Ohio, actually, but with the previous style of transmission, you didn't actually have to use the clutch.
But now you do.
So it wasn't... Yeah. No, you don't. You still don't. So sequential gearboxes... because I figured that was part of what you... I figured you understood that that's how a manual transmission works, is that you need a clutch, and that sequentials don't work like that.
I know how pedal
I'm
shifters work.
barely proficient. Yeah, that's automatic. Those aren't actually manual gearboxes. But a sequential is basically like that.
Interesting.
So a sequential is basically just an automatic that you shift yourself. It's not a manual because there's no clutch. The car is not going to stall.
So sequential is paddle shifters.
Basically, but it's
No,
a regular shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, your car probably has this. There's a setting on most automatics where you can force it to shift to upshift or downshift. On my car, if I pull it into drive and then I push it to the left a bit, I can then push up to upshift or down to downshift, so I basically can just turn my car into a sequential, but obviously it doesn't have a clutch, so it's not a manual.
Yeah.
And it will shift for you if it's deciding that you are shifting too late. But you can get more out of your engine if you do that as well, or if you just feel like shifting it. Where really the point of it is for going downhill. But anyway, In NASCAR, though, the manual gearbox didn't actually require shifter, or
Interesting.
didn't require a clutch. They
Yeah.
would just shift it. They would just simply let off the gas, put it in gear, and then smack the gas down. During a lot of road course races, they would show the foot cameras, you know, and you'd get to see their movements, but you would notice that they shift incredibly fucking fast because they're not using the clutch. They're just letting off the gas, shifting, slamming back on the gas. But I think that sequential gearbox is going to make its presence known with some road courses. But to be honest, since they didn't have to use a clutch, I'm not sure if it's really going to make a difference, other than the fact that they're using 5 instead of 4 gears, which will probably increase the frequency of shifts, if I had to guess. But I'm not. It's not going to like increase top speed or anything, so I'm not exactly sure why they made it a 5-speed, but it's not a big deal.
Interesting.
And then the other change, they made one other change, but I don't actually remember what it was. Oh, the single lug. There we go. The single lug.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, that affects pit
I don't
stops
like
a lot.
it.
It makes them a little bit wonky.
Yeah, I don't like it. I miss the pit
It's also
stops.
not accurate to road bearing cars, because, like...
You know?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why they did it, because most of what they did was to make it more like its road bearing counterpart, but street cars don't have 1 lug. They have 5.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the thought process on that was. I'm sure they've explained it, and I'm sure I heard it, and then I'm sure I forgot it real quick.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not a huge deal. The implementation of those spoke rims instead of a steely is disappointing, as a big fan of steelies, but it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't affect the racing at all. Probably makes the rim a bit lighter too, which is probably great for pit crews.
My heart.
And it looks fine. It looks more accurate to a road-bearing car, so
Yeah.
can't really complain. The Mustangs actually do look pretty good. Next gen
Mustangs look okay. The Toyotas still look like shit though.
But
I
they do
guess
look more
that was
accurate,
to be
because the
expected.
Toyota's the roundest one. Toyota's a very round car. But to be honest, if you look at that second... Oh, actually... Yeah, here, let me send you this. Chat, you don't know what's happening right now, but I have a picture of a Chevrolet Camaro stock car next to a regular Camaro. And you can actually see that the difference is not nearly as staunch as James claims it to be. Because Camaros actually are somewhat mildly round. Believe it or not. I do think that, like, when looking at these cars from the rear, it does just kind of look weird, because it doesn't look... because they're round, instead of squared off like they always have been. But honestly, I think to an extent, I think it looks better.
Does look pretty good.
But really, I don't really care what they do with the cars until they bring Dodge back, so...
That's fair.
Until Dodge brings itself back, actually. Because I need a damn charger. Alright, just give me my charger back,
You go to the
please.
store and buy it.
No, you took it from me in 2013.
I'm
I haven't
never
gotten
giving
it back.
back.
I need
My
it,
phone's
though.
still dead.
Oh, can you not see that?
What?
Oh no, that was a joke. Never mind. I'm retarded.
Yeah! Oh my god.
Oh,
Here
Enderman
it
just
goes.
jumped near me. I'm killing this donkey for existing. I broke a torch. So, alright. I do have more topics. Next topic. Where's my thing? So, Russia. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is not a good situation. So the deal is...
So, for background, a few weeks ago, Russia decided to invade Ukraine. Now,
Pretty
this
much
isn't unprecedented,
starting World War III.
but potentially.
Potentially.
They had already invaded Crimea in 2014, invaded and annexed, and this wasn't the first thing they'd done to Ukraine, so this isn't, like, unprecedented. This isn't new. The war, Russia's war with Ukraine's been going on for the better part of the last decade. But this is the first time that a first world country has directly invaded another first world country since World War II, which obviously is moderately concerning. There's a big issue with the fact that, Ukraine isn't a UN state, so Russia wanted it so it wouldn't become UN, because then there would be a lot of UN. There would be, basically it would be surrounded by UN with the exception of China. So that was kind of a big issue that Putin wanted to solve. So he decided to fuck with Ukraine. Ukraine has turned out to be one of the biggest badasses in the geopolitical world. The president is on the front lines saying just the coolest shit. He also commented on a gun meme review. So.
Did he really?
Yeah, you can check that on. I believe Brandon Herrera posted it. Well, no, it might have been a meme page posting about it, but I know I remember. I don't remember, but I'll send it to you later, if maybe. But yeah, I think obviously I think everybody in the right mind stands by Ukraine here. I don't really think nobody wants to see Russia return to its Soviet ways of having an Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
Which is basically Putin's entire idea here, is just to turn Ukraine into another Russian puppet state and basically just recreate Soviet Russia. Turn it back into a world power. So, don't really vibe with that, not gonna lie.
That's totally not my vibe, bro.
But, in terms of its effect on us, so far the biggest effects on the U.S. has been sanctions. We've sanctioned the absolute shit out of Russia.
Prices.
Gas prices.
Here's the deal.
The U.S.
Ukraine has oil.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Ukraine has a lot of oil.
And
That's another part of the reason that Russia wants it.
Here's the reason I thought it was, and this is the only reason. It turned out there was a bunch more, but this is why I thought they were doing it. It's because Kiev or whatever has like a shit ton of oil. I mean a shit ton. So much of a shit ton that half of the other world goes to Ukraine and gets their oil, right? So if Russia obtains all of this oil, okay, that means they can stop supplying it to everyone else, and then they have to go to the people we have to go to because someone shut down a pipeline.
Yeah. So
pretty much now everyone is going to be going to the same place. Demand is going to be high, which means prices will be even higher. And you see how they are now.
Gas has actually reached $5 in San Francisco.
I heard it was 7 somewhere in Los Angeles.
No, it's 5. That was the highest there's been.
That's still way too much.
That is way too much. Gas is supposed to be like $2.80. So, Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014, the international, not the waters around it, Russia now owns a portion of the water around it in which there is a lot of oil. Russia is already the biggest exporter of oil throughout the entire European Union. They are pretty much the crutches that the entire European Union runs off of, so they really have the power to do whatever they want at the cost of oil. And the U.S. is becoming less dominant in that nature because of the fact that Alaska is kind of running low on oil, even with the Keystone Pipeline. It's, from what I hear, Alaska's it's pretty depleted. So there's not really a whole lot to do for us. So at this point, Russia's got most of the oil. However, if global warming continues, then we will have more oil. So that's nice.
Yay.
Because glaciers will move out of the way and expose oil potentially. So, but essentially, Russia has a monopoly on the world's oil supply, and especially Europe and Asia's uh, oil supply. So that becomes a pretty big issue once they start doing things that NATO doesn't agree with, because then they have the power over NATO to just say, look, do you want oil or not? Because if you want oil, you're going to let me do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Which is a huge issue. So, I mean, we'll kind of see how that goes. I've heard Ukraine isn't honestly faring too well. I believe there have been a couple cities that have already fallen, which isn't horribly surprising, seeing as Ukraine has to arm their own has to literally
It's a
arm their
pretty
own
small
citizens in
country,
order to have
too.
enough troops, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's
Which is
go
funny.
Ukraine for arming its own citizens.
Yeah, which is funny because like people here are like, oh, good for them, they're giving them guns. It's like, well, that's the same. We have the same
Well,
thing
didn't you, like-
here, but weren't you saying that guns are bad? Big scary
Yeah,
gun, you
it's-
know? So it's like,
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. But that could create an interesting issue once if the war ends. If Ukraine remains a sovereign state and the war ends, Ukraine's probably going to want those arms back. So that could present an interesting thing. But I think the patriotism
listen, but
throughout
if I
Ukraine
lost
is
an
enough
arm,
to really
I'd probably want to
prevent.
get like a prosthetic.
Anyway, so, but that's not. I don't really think that that's going to be a huge issue. But really, the big issue. But Ukraine's level of patriotism is just absolutely fantastic. I love it, and I wholeheartedly support them in anything that they choose to do. And that's probably not a great thing to say, but whatever. Because that could be also like saying, yeah, war crimes, let's go, baby.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm waiting for.
It's only a war crime if you lose, pal. Anyway,
That's facts.
but yeah, hopefully things go well. I honestly don't know if it's going to escalate to a level of World War III, especially a level of American involvement.
Once the
I
Americans are involved, that's when it ends.
I do not think there will be a draft. I think we
no,
have
we
enough
have- we
soldiers
have way
as to
too
where
many.
that will be completely okay. I actually, conveniently enough, I just got sent a letter by the U.S.
I
Marines.
actually
I'm
forgot
going
I
to open
have
that
to,
live
I
right
have to
now.
apply. That reminded me.
Apply to the Marines?
No, I have to sign up for the draft.
Let me check this. Oh, you have to do selective service so you don't get fucking arrested.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is here. I have this thing from the Marines that I got. So, ready to fight for a better future. So you can get a dog tag, duffel bag, or T-shirt if you return this card. I can also give it to somebody else to do. And then they gave me this little booklet about the Marines, which is kind of cool. I don't know where they got this. I don't know why they sent this to me, but I don't really care, to be honest, because it's cool, I guess. Kind of harkens back to our first, this is not a real map. What is this map supposed to be? This is not a real map. Why is there a map here?
Anyhow,
Oh, it's like a progression. Okay. Yeah, I'm too much of a bitch for the Marines, so they don't want me anyway. There's no reason they should recruit me. They would just look at me and go, oh, well, maybe. And then they'd look at me, go to the fucking cafeteria and eat nothing because I don't like any of it. And then they'd be like, yeah, you're not cut out for this. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Why did you bring me here? But yeah, I don't think there will be a draft. I do not see that happening unless we get into a just major scale boots on the ground combat that ends up depleting the majority of our resources. The majority of our resources as in people. But I don't expect a war like that to really do that, because I don't know.
yeah,
I just don't.
do I.
But you can never truly rule anything out until it doesn't happen or it does happen, so you never know. Any further thoughts from you on that?
No, not really. I mean, Russia bad and Ukraine good, and there we go. We got that settled.
That's very fair. Alright. So, on a not really a similar note, the Canadian truckers.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of that whole movement.
That's
Canada,
yeah.
for
Total
reference,
badasses.
Canadians, especially in
They had
Alberta.
fucking. They had like bouncy houses and shit. Like that's so cool.
So Canadians, especially in Alberta, which is kind of the redneck area of Canada, so much so that the flag of Calgary has a cowboy hat in it.
You had to
Which I
point
don't think
that out,
any
didn't
U.S.
you?
state does. So get fucked. Anyway,
What do you mean get fucked?
a
You just
bunch
told
of
yourself to get fucked because you're dumbass.
anyway, yeah, a bunch of Canadians got fed up with COVID mandates and all that stuff, and just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm not bringing your shit over anymore. So great stuff. I love to see some Canadian patriotism. I love to
Obviously,
see
yes.
Canada returning to my second favorite country. And good job, y'all. That's really all I can say. It's been a long enough
I
as
like
to where I've kind of
Mexican
forgotten a lot of
culture.
the semantics. I don't really at all,
I
which is ironic because I live in Colorado and
like the culture.
about 40% of this state is Mexican, but
40% is
I don't like the
Mexican,
look.
the other 60 is Canadian.
The other 60 is whiter than all fuck. There's like 2 black people in this state.
Yeah.
Most of them are light skinned. Anyway, there's just I just don't really care for like Mexican culture. I don't like the music. I don't like
I
the
love the music. Are you kidding? The music is
apparel.
what I love.
That's like one of my least favorite. I don't like the language. I took German over Spanish because
Oh,
I
I
thought it
hate the
sounded cooler,
language.
and I prefer.
Unless they're singing.
I don't. But I don't know. I just don't really. I don't find any interest in Spanish or Mexican culture other than Vaquero, but that's basically modern cowboy culture. So we get that. We appropriated that. It's ours now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go truckers.
Yeah. Alright, what else
I
do we have?
recently made some purchases. I've been to Bass Pro Shops a few times. I bought a pair of Wranglers that were like $64, but they're boot cut.
Okay. Why you say boot cut like
I
it's a bad thing?
No, I said but they're boot cut as an explanation as to why I spent $60 on a pair of jeans. Because Wranglers are known for being, $20.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a justification of sorts. But let's see here. I bought a few other things. Bought a hoodie for work. I bought but the most recent thing I bought that wasn't from Bass Pro Shops is a Confederate flag. And I'm announcing this on a public forum, which is probably a horrible idea, but I've already committed to that bit. So yeah, I bought one. It looks really cool, actually, because it's just a cool looking flag. Like, let's be completely honest here. It's a really nice flag. And also, I'm not a
That's
Yankee.
the loser's flag.
Well, the losers have a better flag, I'm just saying.
Losers can have a better flag all they want, but they're still losers.
Yep. That's okay, because it's probably
What
for the
is it
best.
with you and accepting loss? I hate that. Good lord.
What is it with you and refusing to fucking lose?
Refuse to lose. Exactly. Did you not like play NASCAR Heat 5?
No, I really wish I did.
Refuse to lose.
So, I don't know. I bought that. I bought a sticker that I put on my fucking Subaru. So now my 2006 Subaru Outback has
Yeah, your
a
Subaru's
Yee
all
Yee
rednecked
sticker.
out, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. All I need to do now is like lift it and put fucking mud tires on it and just make it the
Brad
fucking
Paisley
honky
would be
mobile.
proud.
He would be.
Little mud on the tires.
You know he's from West Virginia?
'Cause it's again. Oh, really?
Yes.
That's cool.
That's all I really had to say there. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep the Subaru. I'm buying a truck later, but I want to buy guns
The
first because those are
Subaru.
quicker to save up for. But it'll be around for a
It's
little while, at least until I get my
Subaru.
Cherokee. But speaking of my Subaru, I recently fixed it. I had a misfire, and a really bad one at that. So I opened the hood with a friend of my sister's, and I saw it spark I saw one of the spark plug wires spark off of another piece of engine equipment. I was like, it's not supposed to do that. So, we figured out what the
Interesting.
problem was, replaced the spark plugs and spark plug wires, which is actually a pretty cheap fix, all things considered. It's only like $60. And a bag of M&Ms, and then fixed that shit right on up. So I have now actually done mechanic stuff, and I'm very proud of myself for it. Because that's something, like, Murph is a mechanic, and I'm not, but I like cars. But I'm kind of cringe
Yeah, it's a pretty good
because
movie.
I don't know how to fix them. It is a good movie. It was a very good movie. I watched that shit on repeat when I was like 7, like constantly, just
I set
constantly.
that shit on empty.
I watched that shit on Stars TV, the Star, Stars with a Z.
Yeah, I know.
I watched it on that every day. I watched Cars 3 with my dad too, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago when it came out. Cars 3
Get
is
her
actually a pretty good
done!
movie. And I think we can all agree no one gives a shit about Cars 2, but Cars 3 was a pretty good movie.
Cursor was okay.
Yeah, I like Cars 3. So, yeah, I've actually fucking got my hands dirty with some grease for once. Not really, I was wearing gloves, actually. But I did not mean to do that. So, we'll see. But now it doesn't have a misfire, and I'm really proud of myself because now my car isn't broken. Although my power steering is kind of fucky-wucky. So, I just created another problem in the process, but it hasn't made itself too evident yet, so I'm not exactly concerned about it yet. What's the, tell me about your driving experience. Do you have,
I
you have
drove
your
around a
permit, right?
parking lot. Yeah, I'm so cool.
So you have your permit, right?
Yep. Yeah, I have my
And how many
permit,
times have you driven so
and I've
far?
driven a total of 3 times. If you count the times I've parked the cars across the street, then maybe 12. But, I don't know why you're giggling like a little bitch, because my car's faster than yours will ever want to be. So.
It's probably not, actually.
It definitely is.
0 to 60. Which year is yours? 2012?
2012 Impala LT.
I don't think that makes a difference, but I'll specify just in case. It's a V6. Okay, I have a fucking Boxer 4, but still, it's a V6. It's kind of funny. Okay, for the record, I'd rather have your car than mine. I like your car. I like the Impala. I like Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's not a V8. And I probably wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy an Impala. 2006 Subaru Outback 0 to 60.
I found the milk.
You found the milk?
Yeah, actually, it would have been
Congrats.
funny if
Oh,
I came
God.
back with a bucket of milk.
Yeah, where have you been?
Oh, dude, I explored the entire map.
Apparently, you just, like, left and I never saw you.
Yeah.
Alright, so your car can... Where's the 0 to 60 price? Where is it? Or 0 to 60 price? What am I talking about? Okay. 6.4 seconds on the 2012 Chevrolet Impala.
Yeah, my user's manual said 5 point something seconds.
They lied.
5.4.
8.5. Ouch.
Wow.
I mean, it's
Funny
a
for a man
fucking
who's got a slow
4-cylinder
car.
Boxer. It's got less than 200 horsepower, and it isn't even American. It is all-wheel drive, though, so at least it's actually drivable in my state.
Yeah. Alright, do we have anything else?
I don't believe so. I'd like if you would come up with something, but I don't think you're allowed to do that legally.
Legally, my brain isn't allowed to due to restrictions on brain cell usage.
import sanctions
Wow,
on brain cells and
took
thoughts.
a lot to say, if I'm being completely and entirely honest. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Should Have Been a Cowboy podcast. I should have been a cowboy, you know? I really should have.
Me too.
Yeah, we really
Me
should
too.
have. But that's a
We
topic for
try.
maybe another day. Thank you for watching this episode. Go check out Dale Fart's channel. Dale will fart. All right.
You know how to say my name.
Go check out Dale Fart 14's channel. Go ahead and check out some more Ohio Man gaming content. Yeah, I've got nothing else for you. One last thing for you. We're gonna plug your anthem on this channel. Do you have any
Once
dad
more.
advice?
I do. New Balances are the best shoes
Thanks for watching.
for
Oh.
cutting the grass.
Always
For
wear
lawn
white.
mowing. That's what I was thinking of.
Always wear white shoes when mowing the lawn. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one.
Have a good one, everybody.